And this is the authentic, true hummus. Greeting my friends and welcome back. It's Cook Recipes Like a Pro. And today we're making something very, very special. In my restaurant, in the cafe we owned, we served hummus. Now, hummus has, at least 20,000 recipes, right? But we had a very, very good hummus. In fact, hummus was one of the things that sold the most in my marketplace. On the side of the restaurant, we had a little marketplace, and that's where we sold some of the products we served in the restaurant, and hummus was one of them. And I have to tell you, our hummus was a winner. It's a very deep flavor of the garbanzo beans, but the combination that I created for the lemon juice with the tahini and the garbanzo beans made it really special. So I hope you will love it as much as all of us loved it at the cafe, and you can adapt this recipe and make it. Now, something important to know about the hummus: the best hummus is not the hummus from the can. The best hummus is the one that you soak overnight with a half teaspoon of baking soda and let it work itself overnight, and in the morning when you see these puffy, nice garbanzo beans ready for you, dump the water and cook it for at least 4 hours before you know how soft it is and it's ready for you to grind in your mixer. So how do I know when my hummus is ready? I already soaked my hummus overnight with a half teaspoon baking soda, and I take one of the grains and I mash it with my fingers. If it easily mashes and it feels almost creamy right there between my fingers, I know my hummus is ready. If it doesn't feel to you creamy right there between your fingers, let it cook a little bit more. Now reserve those water from the cooking. Do not dump them yet. We will need some of them so that we can add them to the mixer. So what do we need for my special hummus? We need our hummus, 2 cups of hummus. I'm going to use 1 garlic clove. Then I have salt, raw tahini. Now when it comes to tahini, a very important tip for you: do not buy the roasted tahini. Roasted sesame seeds will give you a bitter tahini. The bitterness in the roasted seeds, sesame seeds will not give you that delicious tahini dip. For that lemony, delicious tahini dip, make sure that the tahini you buy, make sure that the jar says on it raw sesame seeds. Or just make your own tahini by grinding your sesame seeds. So this is a tahini that is very raw. My secret: I use cumin. It will give a very nice depth to your hummus. So make sure to add a little cumin. Do not add too much. Cumin can be very dominant in anything that you add it to. I also have my lemon juice, and I'm going to use as fresh as can be, so I'm gonna squeeze my own lemon juice, and we're gonna need water. And the secret thing about adding water: do not even add room temperature water. Add ice water. That's another very good tip for you for a very good, successful tahini in your hummus. So I even have a few ice cubes in my water. So very icy water. And for decoration, I'm gonna use olive oil and fresh parsley. Let's start our very special hummus. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna squeeze my lemon. So I'm gonna cut the lemon and squeeze all the juice, and make sure that you don't get the seeds in your hummus. about a half cup of the lemon juice. There's nothing like the fresh lemon. And in the mixer, I'm gonna add my hummus. I'm gonna add my salt, the cumin, the lemon juice, and my tahini. Beautiful. I'm gonna start the mixer, and while it's working, I'm gonna add my ice water. Stop the mixer and check to see if you need to mix and scrape the sides. And yes, it looks like I need to scrape the side. So the sides of the mixer are scraped, and turn it back on. I let the mixer work for at least 3 minutes, and now it's time to do the first tasting. Make sure the sides are scraped well, that there's no hummus or tahini sticking to the sides. And now we can taste. Oh, yum. Oh, yum, yum. This is so good. It's really good. It's ready. Yeah, amazing. Oh my gosh. And it brings back memories of that amazing hummus that we served in the restaurant. That is the same one. My friends, our hummus is ready. Let's set it nicely on a plate. Okay. It's so delicious. It's great. Now, you could make it from a can. It's not that you can't make it from a can, but there's nothing compared to the freshness of a product. Okay. So, all I'm doing, I am circling with my spatula to make a little empty hole right in the middle where I can drizzle the olive oil. Olive oil right in the middle, and a little bit on the sides, and then I'm gonna take my parsley and I'm gonna decorate my hummus. And this is the authentic, true hummus. As you can see, I covered my hummus because we're gonna serve it for dinner tonight. So it's very important that you cover it. So what I did, I already prepared our hummus plate for tonight, for this evening's dinner, and on top of adding olive oil on top, I covered it with plastic wrap, and this is how I'm going to store it in the refrigerator. Now, the reason why you have to cover it, hummus will oxidize and will start drying immediately when it's exposed to the air. So that's why it's so important that you cover it. As you can see, I took out the hummus from my food processor. I placed it in a container and immediately I covered it. And this is how I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. A good tip for you, if you would like to be on the safe side, drizzle a few drops of olive oil on your hummus, because the olive oil will serve as an oxygen barrier, and that will help to keep your hummus nice and fresh for later on today, maybe for tomorrow, or the next day. So this is how I'm gonna store it in the refrigerator, and this is how I keep it when I want it to be ready for very soon, for example, for tonight's dinner. Hummus has so many nutrition benefits. Hummus is filled with vitamin K. Hummus has a lot of fiber in it, and the tahini has a lot of iron in it. So every doctor will tell you, if your child will eat hummus, please give them as much as they want. Because what do children lack the most? They lack fiber and they lack iron. They're usually very active, they're energetic. With, set them aside and just put them in the center. A lot of restaurants will add something that is called masabacha, which is a grinded hummus salad, and they would add it in the center just to give the plain hummus a little bit more flavor. But if you would like to taste just the amazing original recipe for hummus, this is the one for you. This is the one that everyone loved so much in my previous